Hey everyone, this is Kasper. My company is called Kasper Ag Solutions, and I'm a dealer for 360 Yield Center. And we're going to talk today about my experience with Y-Drop and Undercover. To start with, I had a John Deere 4710, 60-foot Y-Drop system, 23 drops with Undercover on every row. I was running 6 to 8 miles an hour, 15 to 35 gallons an acre in corn that was 3 foot to 8 foot tall. Did not want to be an 8 foot tall corn, but with all the rain this year and the variability, it just kind of happened. Did not snap the corn. Didn't do any harm. It sprung right back into place, and it was beautiful. The 15 gallon an acre was a little bit tough to hit. I had to be running at a pretty good clip, over 8 miles an hour. Didn't really like that. Wasn't really comfortable with those speeds. 6 foot tall corn, 60 foot wide, 8 miles an hour. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to watch, and I would just soon be able to slow down a little bit and stay on target for the grower. So next year, I think I'm going to run 2 sets of variable rate nozzles, low gallons and a high gallons. A little bit of extra fooling around, but for the peace of mind and the comfort zone, for me, I think it's going to be worth it for sure. They're tougher than you think. I beat mine up pretty good. They still look great, work great, no problems. When you are running Y drops 10 to 15 inches off the ground and your sprayer sinks 2 foot in a mud hole, you're going to learn real quick to have the frame of mind to lift that boom up as high as possible, as quickly as possible. It's only going to take one time. Didn't get stuck. It's a miracle. I don't know how we didn't get stuck, but I did and got out of there. The One of the drawbacks for me, I don't have a lot of fancy controls, so for me to know exactly how high my Y drops were off the ground was a little bit tricky, and especially with all the variability. So that's something I got to do a better job getting used to. But still, either way, Y-Drop, it just does a great job. It puts the nitrogen right at the base of the plant where it needs it the most. And in that respect, I was just very satisfied, really happy. Some guys had troubles with the hydraulic capacity of their booms. Guys had to install an extra hydraulic cylinder or bump up the capacity of their pump or of their system. The booms aren't exactly designed for that extra weight, so when you go to lift and fold, it didn't have enough oomph to get the job done. So we had to do a little adjustment there to make it right. Not a big deal. The headlands are really easy. You just get to the end, you lift that boom up as high as it'll go, and I was in 6, 7 foot tall corn. It didn't damage anything. I made the turn as quick as I could, got on a row, went slow, used my auto steer to help me find the row, and then I took over and steered it from there. Got the boom down to where I thought was a comfortable height, and off I went. I was covering anywhere from 45 to 55 acres an hour, so pretty efficient, pretty good deal. Really effective tool for doing Y-Drop and Undercover is to have like an ag cam in your cab. I had the camera on the middle of the boom in the back, and originally I put it there for transport down the road, so all the crazy people that are passing you for no good reason at the worst possible time, I could see them. But I found as I went through the field, I was watching that camera, making sure the corn was snapping back and getting right back into place, and for staying on the row. Like I said, when you're in that tall corn, that wide, that fast, there's a lot going on. There's a lot to watch. One glance up at the screen, it tells you, yeah, you're right on the row. You're not knocking nothing over. It was well worth the money. For me, it was late season nitrogen was the plan all along, V8 to V10. And this year, it just gave me a tremendous peace of mind. That corn's 1 foot tall, 2 foot tall, 3, 4, and it won't stop raining. But I wasn't worried because I had the ability to get the nitrogen on when Mother Nature allowed me and when the plant needed it the most. So it really turned out great. For Undercover, didn't put fungicide on corn this year. We're getting out doing some bean ground this week. And one thing I ran into was Early on, I sprayed the headlands of my cornfields. Everything looked great. I had balanced flex. We were off to a great start. Didn't spray the whole field, just knocked out the headlands. And 4 weeks of straight rain later, I had a hot mess on my hands. So one thing my territory rep recommended, I plugged all the ports on undercover except the center port, went and bought a 45-degree angle, put a nozzle on the end of it, got undercover down below the canopy, below the ear leaf, and we killed a ton of weeds. So with your late season nitrogen plan, your late season nitrogen rescue application, things you can do with undercover, with fungicide, or like what I did in kind of an emergency state. You know, I even went out and I side dressed soybeans with Y-drop. We're doing some testing, some experimenting there. I don't really look at Y-drop and undercover as a tool in the toolbox. I look at it more of as a weapon. It opens up a world of possibilities of things you can do at the right time, and you can throw a curveball back at Mother Nature instead of just, you know, her whipping them at your head. So really pleased, really glad I got into it, and it's something that you aren't taking off my farm anytime soon. It's going to stay for quite a while. So as always, thanks for watching the video. Call me if you got any questions, 309-208-0117. Don't be afraid to call me and ask me a question if you're contemplating running this, or if you're wondering how it all works. That's what I'm here for. So thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon.